Hello, everyone. I don't know if you can hear me. There's quite a delay going on. Oh. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Thank you, Cheryl. Okay. So, I just turned on my heater for the first time because it was so chilly and it just kicked up an asthma attack. So, I think my furnace needed to be cleaned out or something, so forgive me if I keep doing this. I made myself some tea. Yes, don't forget to change your chat box to live chat versus top chat. It's if you get top chat, you'll just get the people that comment the most, but you won't be up to date with the real time of what's happening. Thank you so much to my patrons. This is 2 weeks of gratitude. I appreciate each and every one of you, and all the small donations that you have made have really helped, along with sorry. Hold on a second. I'm actually gonna find my inhaler if you guys will just bear with me for 1 second. Okay. So, first things first, welcome, and it's nice to see all you here. So much support from everyone. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you to Cheryl and Vandana for their awesome moderation, and I could not do this without you guys. Hello, Lucia, Sherry, Shelly, Selena, Judy, JMP, Judy, you enjoyed last night. I don't know what you did last night, but if you meant last Friday, I appreciate that. I feel like hi Cynthia. I feel like I will get better lighting. So you guys are just gonna have to bear with me a second. I just started having an asthma attack right as I was supposed to go live, so I'm just a little discombobulated. It's just taking me a minute to get my bearings here. This is not right. I feel like my camera does better when I show black and white. For some reason, it has a balanced lighting situation. There we go. My inhaler is starting to kick in. Thank you for bearing with me through these little technical difficulties. So, the first things first, after saying hello to all of you beautiful people. Yeah, Glenda, right? Hi, Ron. Yes, what was Judy doing last night? We would like to know. So, if you guys remember last week, we did some beautiful pieces. Now, the first one I did not show you the spray painted part, but actually after off camera, I went back and I spray painted. Is it in focus to you guys? I'm just curious. Because to me it looks out of focus. Hi, Tara. So I went back and I spray painted this white on the black, and then I did the balloon rolls again. See, I think it's a bit out of focus too, and I have no idea why. My suspicion is that, yeah, it looks out of focus. My suspicion is that my camera lens might be dirty. As I said, this is just how the day is going, apparently. But I'm gonna just really quickly, let's put a little alcohol on my camera while we're streaming, which is, this is high tech here, you guys. Anyway, I don't know. That's the best it's gonna get, apparently. And I can't use a different phone because it'll end the live stream, so. But thank you. Yeah, these ones are really pretty. I think I can't even begin to show you how beautiful the metallics came through. These were the Arteza metallics for the most part. And the pouring medium I used was that Linico and PVA glue, and it just really, really made them so shiny. So I went back and used my little white spray paint of my water-based mountain spray paints. I did just some little spritzes of the white, and then I went back and did the balloon rolls in there. So this one will be available at my auction. Do you guys know I'm having an auction next Friday, 5 live? Same time, same channel next week. I'm having an auction, and things usually go for less expensive than my store. So if you're interested in having a piece of my work, this would be a great time to try to get it. No, Glenda, I can't have any more. I already had 3, and makes my heart race if I have too many, so I'm not a fan of that. Alright, so the next one I did, you guys saw, I'm pretty sure you saw this one. This is the beautiful white one that I did, and this one, oh my gosh. Remember this dip? It was just like not very exciting. Well, the way it dried is absolutely gorgeous, and the metallics on this one are just so, so, so pretty. And some of the, I must have used primary elements in the red, because that's primary elements kind of coming through some of the white, but I actually love that effect. it just makes gives the whole thing like a watery effect. And you guys see the lion right here peeking out of the grass. All week I've been, pointing out this lion, and I love the way that looks. This one will be in my auction as well. So this is another piece that, is really special, and it will be in my auction. So I do not know why it is so blurry for me. Oh, this is why. I have my internet settings set incorrectly. There we go. Oh my gosh, I feel so much better about that now. Very much better, much prettier. But yeah, you guys can really see this. Set the date aside, next Friday 5 live from the auction at 5 p.m. And it's really easy to bid if you've never participated in an auction before. You just get online just like this. It's absolutely the same thing, only we set a timer and we just every 2 minutes or so we do a quick bidding session, and you bid on your favorite piece, and I hope to see most of you there. Moose Crazy Creations is in the house, and Sherry. I know. I hate it that I spend all my money on paint and canvases too. But more than that is I just don't have the room to buy a ton of art. I bought a few select pieces over the years, but all right. The second thing, now that I'm feeling a little bit better, so excuse me. Cynthia, I'll take that into consideration. It's actually good to know. So, you guys, this is a 3D printed flower cup. I've LEDBFG is the name of the company that makes these on Etsy. I've included the link in the description box for you guys. If you want to buy one, there's a 15% off coupon for you. And I love all of his products. They're all really well made, and I've had a few of them. So the way this cup looks, and you guys may have seen this on Fiona's art channel, but that's the bottom. There's a little groove in there. The top, this is basically like a bottle bottom simulation. And then the removable part is the cool part because of these scalloped edges right here, what happens is the paint seeps underneath, and then it creates another pattern in the center. And normally when you do a bottle bottom, you just end up with a blank, empty center. So this is kind of a cool little feature. Hi, Carrie. Nice to see you. And so there's a couple different ways. You can use it as an open cup, and you can use it this way, which would basically keep you from having, paint seeping under. Or you can turn it around and use it this way. Now, if you align these points up like this, then you will get your flower petals will all be in alignment. Now, if you turn it slightly, you kind of get two effects there. So it's an interesting little 3D cup. Now, I practiced. Hi, Lily. So nice to see you. Yeah, Virginia. Fiona is like a master. And I am not a master, and I'm going to tell you why. I did, I hardly ever practice before. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying I hardly ever practice these things. I could usually pick up most of the other artists' stuff pretty quickly, 2 or 3 tries, and I get something passable. This was so hard. I'm going to show you. This is the only one that even remotely turned out. And clearly, it's off right now because I set it. It was actually in the center, but I try this thing over it and over and over and over, and I just could never get anything remotely like what Fiona got. And this technique is way more difficult than you would imagine. I'm just telling you, she is clearly a master. And I think, you know, she's done 300 or 400 videos so on this technique, so she knows what she's doing. Fiona does. And I thought today I really wanted to show you how to use the cup, and but truthfully, I've tried so many times, and what I realized what was inhibiting me, and this is really the valuable point here. I was using these shop towels because that's all I have. They're really thick and heavy. Fiona uses a 2-ply napkin, and she removes one of the plies, which makes it very, very thin and delicate, so it only pulls up like the top layer of paint. So I went to Dollar Tree to try to find those, and they didn't have it, and I ran out of time. So rather than show you another crappy version like this, I would rather just next week include it, well, it won't be next week, but I'd rather include it in the following video. I hope you guys aren't too upset about that, but I don't see any reason to do it if I don't have the right equipment, because I did like 7 and they just none of them turned out, and I realize it's because of these towels. Hi Doris, so nice to see you here. So if you guys will forgive me for really not trying to false advertise here, but I really did make a real attempt for you, and just realizing that these shop towels are just not going to work, and the napkin, they didn't have the napkins, and the next thing I know it was like $4.20. So that's where I'm at today. Okay. Now what colors? Ooh. The tray of colors. So many colors. You know, today when I was mixing colors, my mind just kept thinking about the fall, because it feels like that here. So I really would like to do a fall painting. And I'm going to go through some of the colors. This one is the most intriguing, honestly. I am totally like tripping out on the beauty of that. It's a little too thick. I think my paints, maybe while I ran to the store, got a little thick, unfortunately. So I may have to do this to a few of them. Oh yeah, that's just too thick, but it's like taffy. This green here with that beautiful sparkle is, of course, do I have it right in front of me? Let me find it. This is called Olive Vine by Color Art Primary Elements. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let's see. See if it'll focus on that. Primary Elements, colorart.com. This is gorgeous. Really, really, really special color right there. Hi Angela, nice to see you here. And that's this beautiful green. I'm not always really a green person, but you guys, I'm so sorry, but I really need to mix some water into these. Apparently you guys are just gonna have to like totally bear with me on every single level today. This is just apparently what's happening. So here's another color I thought was really interesting. This is the Pebeo Iridescent Blue Black. This is a really interesting color. It almost has like a purple tone, but I think that's just the blue and the black together creating that tone. And I was using, the pouring medium I used today was also a little strange. My gosh, you guys, I'm gonna have to add water to all these. No, Carrie, none. My color art powders are not mixed with polypore. The reason I don't use polypore is because I don't like the consistency because they're too thin for what I do. So they won't maintain my balloon rolls, the polypore. Now, I got polypore just one time, so I guess it's totally possible that the polypore I got was just a thin batch, because I see other people use it, but I don't see other people use it with balloon rolls. So I don't know if it may just be, you know, too thin to, I mean, it's great for some things, you know, clearly, and the colors are amazing, so, and I think that if you mix it with polypore, you might have better results in terms of like bleeding, because they do bleed when you mix with Floetrol and other pouring mediums, but I don't like that. The Vivid Enamel, I did hear, now I heard that was thicker, Moose Crazy, like you said, I heard that was thicker. I haven't tried it. This gorgeous, gorgeous color is the High Viscosity. I swear I thought I made a whole, anyway, this is Pebeo High Viscosity Green Iridescent. It is lovely. Like, I love all the Pebeo paints. This is the first time I've ever tried them, and I was totally amazed by how pretty they are. And Pebeo is not one I normally use. Hello, Sharon. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a little issue with my live. I don't know what's going on. Hold on a second. I got a black screen all of a sudden. Like I said, if you just joined me today, it's just been kind of like one little thing after another, so just bear with me as we traverse these grounds together. It started with me having an asthma attack, and I'm feeling much, much, much better now. So yeah, Christina Welsh's Porridge Posse paints are really pretty too. I enjoyed using those. This is a Golden Turquoise. Again, I'm going over these so slowly because I'm adding water to everything. They really, really set up while I was out at the store. So I think it's because I turned the heat on, and this is the first time I've turned the heat on this year. So a bunch of dust came out. Hi, Chris. Nice to see you. You made it. I'm so happy. Hi, Bobby. Aw. Nice to see you, Bobby. If I've missed any of you saying hello, I apologize. And just know that just because I didn't say hello doesn't mean I don't acknowledge and see that you are there. I appreciate you guys showing up today. Thank you. This is, I think, just a normal, like, phthalo blue. No, this is Prussian blue. This is a Winsor & Newton Prussian blue. My pouring medium today, we should see how this is going to go, because I used half Pebeo pouring medium, which I've never used before, and half, here's what I use, the Pebeo Studio Acrylics pouring medium. Never used that before. I find it to be maybe a little expensive, on the expensive side. And I used, the other half was Liquitex pouring medium. So that one seems to be pretty good. Oh my gosh, this one was pretty thick. Let's see what the black, these are just black flow acrylics by Artist Loft, nothing fancy. Van Dyke Brown, quinacridone nickel azo gold, which needs a little bit of water too, by Golden. Yeah, I can see why the Pebeo would be shiny, because it's already shiny mixed with my paints. I found it just, I'm like, wow, my paints already have just a beautiful sheen to them versus Floetrol, which I think is pretty matte. So I can already see like a gorgeous shine, kind of like when I used the Amsterdam pouring medium and it was so shiny. So, and then this is the one is a burnt sienna and one is raw sienna. Oh no, this is a burnt sienna and this is quinacridone azo gold. Sorry. Hi Susan, thank you for joining today. And this is just black, good old little black. You know what, Tara, you ask about my color palette when I do lives. Do I try to do a color from, I don't know, you didn't finish your conversation, but what I do when I do my lives is I usually start with one color or a feeling that I'm feeling that day. Like today I'm feeling really fall and I've just wanted to do some fall colors. So that's what ended up happening. And I kept trying to go in a different direction and it just was not happening because Arteza sent me some new metallics and I really wanted to incorporate some of them into here, but I just kept going back to my fall color over and over until I have all these colors. And hi Andrew. Like this is the Arteza metallic cactus green that I was telling you about last week. Let's see if I can stir this up. And boy did it dry so gorgeous on that painting I just showed you. I was very, very impressed with the way this one dried. Because I was not too sure because it has kind of a funny tone to it, but it really was pretty. Doris, I love that color too. The quinacridone nickel azo gold all the way around is just, it's one of my favorite colors, and that's this one. It looks rusty and it looks orange, but you guys, it has a depth to it when it dries, and also when you mix it with other colors. Very beautiful. And then we have bronze. And I think I went over the whole palette, you guys, and went over and adjusted with water all of the colors. Okay. I don't even know what to do. I think today I'm going to grab a spinner. Oh, my poor spinner. It has things stuck to it. It's like, I don't know. I saw at Waterfall, Karen of Waterfall had the coolest thing where she had her spinner covered with a a cap, like a hair cap, a shower cap, and I thought, isn't that brilliant? And mine's like the struggle spinner. Poor guy. And it's an awesome spinner too, because I actually used to decorate cakes for a living. I not for a living, but as a side job. And this is like, I mean, it has like real metal bearings in it and everything. It's like a really heavy duty Lazy Susan. But anyway, we might have to just deal with that for now. And I think we'll use a round stretch canvas today, a 16-inch round. I'm going to give you a little bit better perspective here on what's happening. Spoons from the Dollar Tree, a great idea too. Although I don't know how she mixes all in the corners of the cups with the spoon, but I'm sure it's, she's a smart lady. So I really don't doubt her. I need a drink of tea. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling so much better. Okay. Ooh-wee. Now the paint peels off the spoons. I know, that's so clever. So you can actually peel it off instead of throwing away your popsicle sticks, which was, I'm sure, a great idea. So, what are we gonna do today? I really have no idea, literally. I've never used this pouring medium before, so I'm kind of just sitting here wondering, have any of you ever used the Pebeo pouring medium? I mean, do you have any experience with it other than it's glossy or shiny? Does it have any effects that you know of? I didn't even look this up or anything. I just have it sitting around and decided to try it. I don't know. If any of you have used this, you could chime in. Yeah. I don't either. So, and I haven't seen any videos. This doesn't seem like something people are using so much of, and I could see why. This is it's kind of expensive. This is 500 mils, and I used almost over half of the bottle just for most of these paints. So, well, let's start by doing a little flip cup, because that's what my intuition keeps saying to do. So I should really follow my intuition. That one is too thin. I think this was the only one I didn't add water to, but it actually needs a tiny bit of water. So instead of just like mixing a ton, I'm gonna just add a little bit of water to this cup and go from there. Oh, Clara, I'm sorry, but I appreciate you coming anyway. Yeah, you know what, Liz, I'm torn, because I thought I should do a straight pour, because The thing about it is if I do a straight pour, then I really know how it's going to react in other ways. Like if I do a straight pour and I just get a ton of cells, we can do 2 paintings today. So I'm going to change my mind right now. This is just how it is today. So y'all are just, y'all just hanging out with me. This is what we're doing today. Just, I'm all over the place. So, hi Brian. You missed the toy, but I didn't do anything except for show you a failed painting with it. I tried a bunch of paintings and, yeah, so you can go back and see what happened with that if you want, but you didn't really miss anything. Let's just put it that way. You did not miss anything. So let me add a little bit more of this white in here. It's a little thin. Yeah, I postpone. I promise I will get those napkins and do one that I just know that it's not going to turn out because I did. Not that I can master every technique really quickly, but I knew something was up. I'm like, no, I have all the consistencies. I'm following all of her hand movements. Like, I watched a bunch of Fiona's videos. I mixed everything according to how she said. I know I was doing everything right, and it still wasn't. And it looked all perfect until I put the napkin on, and then I'm like, no, this has to be, these shop towels are not doing well. Hi, Dan. Aw, Steph, I'm glad. I am buffering off and on, you guys, too. I'm having some internet issues, so you're not the only one. Okay. I'm going to do a straight pour because, let's see, actually, because I feel like this will give me an opportunity to see how this pouring medium reacts. You want to know what my thought process is on this. If it's this glossy, it makes me wonder if it'll, I already forgot what I did. That's nice. If it's this glossy, just putting the pouring medium in with the paints, it makes me feel like it won't have very many effects, but I could be wrong. But sometimes the really glossy ones act more like a gloss medium than an actual, like something that provides a lot of effects, like say Floetrol or something, so. Alright, so I'm layering all of the dark colors to light. So this, and all the warm colors first. So they're kind of touching each other. And then I'm going to switch to, I don't want to put too much yellow in because I put black at the bottom. And I don't want any weird green colors. So, okay, now I got all the warm colors in here. And now I almost want to do like a little layer. Kind of like an isolation layer. It's just like a white layer. I can't actually see inside of my cup, you guys, just so you know, so I'm just blindly doing this, but oh, I didn't get my reds in there. Gosh darn it. I might have to make another cup is what might have to happen. We'll do blue. And some of these other brighter blues. And we're heading into a lot of paint already, but because I used too big of a cup from the beginning. If you use a smaller cup in the beginning, then you will be more able to let's see. I gotta look inside my cup and see what I'm doing in here. If you use a smaller cup, you'll use less paint, and that's probably what I did, but this one was just close and I grabbed it, so here we are. Oh my gosh, that is the prettiest color. That Pebeo green is amazing. Okay. It'll be interesting to see what happens with this. I really have no idea. Alright, so we're going to do a straight pour with this on here and see what happens. Well, Brian, the best green in my opinion is the Green Gold by Golden. That's my favorite, but this one is really, really pretty in person. It may not translate well over, the camera, but alright, here we go. Oh, how pretty. I was hoping you guys could see a little bit. Wow, I cannot, I'm going to lift it up for you. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like a fiddlehead fern, right, Vandana? Look at this. I don't know if you can see. Look how pretty that is. Oh, that is so pretty. I love that. Now we should do around the outside. I love that center too. So one thing I'm gonna do is put a little ring of gold around here. And then what I want to do is, what do I want to do? This is the Modern Masters orange. I love this color. Really, really pretty. Yeah, Bobby, me too. Isn't it gorgeous? And then I think I'm just gonna put some of these around the edges and kind of not rub it in completely, but definitely put a little bit of this around the edge. Some of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful green, the primary elements I was telling you about. put some of that in here too. That'll be so pretty. And the hope is that if I did balloon rolls or something around the edge, that this would pop through. That's the hope, you know, that's what we're hoping for. So I want to put a line here, a defining line between the orange and the green, because that's a challenging color combination right there, for those two to meet. This white is just, it's a pearl white, because originally I had mixed it to do the bottom, the bottle bottom pour. So it's 50% pearl medium and 50% regular white. I don't want the white to completely take over, but I definitely need some help here on the canvas with this white. Hi Tish, nice to see you. Tish with the Artist Haven is in the house. And I forgot to say, I don't know if I forgot to say, Doris is in the house with DF Designs. Clara Lawrence is in the house. We got a lot of good artists in the house today. Moose Crazy Creations. Forgive me if I'm forgetting. I said hello earlier, but I love it that other artists come to support each other. I'm finding myself definitely going to other lives to see how people are doing. And it's really fun. Okay, so alright, this looks kind of crazy, yo. But now, one thing I'm going to do is I don't want to disrupt this beautiful pattern too much. And yet, I am going to try, without disrupting the pattern, I'm going to see if I can bring some of this color over the lip of the gold, and it does not look like it's going to do that because I put a flow extender. That white is helping everything move, so I'm not going to be able to like roll over it. That's okay. It was just a thought process. And I don't want to lose the center. The center is one of the most beautiful parts. It's very like Fibonacci spiral, sort of. Doing this might actually be helpful to spreading the paint out and keeping the center actively looking the same. So we'll see. Oh, Angela, that is so, so, so kind of you. Thank you so much for your support. If you guys like what you see and want to continue to see these kinds of videos, please support the channel. That is off center now, but let me move it back this direction a tiny little bit. just sliding a little bit every time I turn my turntable. Probably should have secured this to my Fibonacci spiral. If you guys have never learned about it, you should do yourself a favor because it'll increase your knowledge as an artist. And you'll learn about nature, and you'll learn about the universe, and literally there's patterns recreated in nature, and all of nature is perfect geometry, and the perfect geometry are, you know, in terms of how it affects our art, is we are naturally drawn to the perfect patterns of nature. So this is really pretty. Glue tack on your turntable, that's a great idea. I'm going to spin it a little bit more because there's just a little bit too much paint still left on here. This is interesting. Interesting what it's doing, huh? Wow. I love the gold at the edge. Even though we lost some parts, you know, some of the orange and whatever, but look at that spiral and the brown spiraling all the way around. Just a pretty little piece right there. Look at that. Aw, thank you, Rocket Sauce. So, you know, this is like one of those pieces where I don't know if you guys saw some of these that I did. Like I did a medicine wheel last year. I did one called, what was it called? Cloud something. I don't know, but I finished those in the high gloss varnish technique that I do that looks like resin, and I really think that I should just leave this just like it is, and I want to finish it in that technique because I just can't think of one thing I could do to this painting to make it any more beautiful. It reminds me of like wood, you know, like the grains of wood. I'm gonna give you a close-up here if you can, to get to see some of the prettier parts. That orange is kind of popping through in little cells right around there. The outside, remember that color on the outside is gold. That's that ring of gold that we put around the outside there. Really lovely. I love this. And you never know, if you guys come to my auction, I always do one little extra surprise piece of my auction, and you just never know what it might be. Just saying. So, one time I sold the lamp, or the vase that was holding the flowers for my auction. And other times I've sold different paintings, you know, here and there. Let me get this out of the way. Yeah, I'm in love with this. I can't wait to do another one, and I need to see if I maybe have another round canvas, because that was too much fun to not do another one. Let's see, I wasn't prepared for all these round canvases, but let me just give it a quick look over here on my shelf. I'm actually running low on the round ones now. Seems like I had a lot for a while, and then I stopped having very many. Oh, I do have one. I have a pour over for sure. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you can hear it unsticking itself from. Oh, I do have one. Okay. I have one left, y'all, and I think we should do it because it was really fun. And apparently I have trends, because I think I was thinking about these colors last fall, of course, and also doing these round ones. Now, I forgot to include any of the reds in there. Oh my gosh. I'm stepping on stuff. I'm knocking stuff over. Steph, thank you so much. We're just going to do another 16-inch round. Sorry, forgive me here. Oh my gosh. I wore my long painting dress, and I'm like rolling over it, and it's more of my winter one. Sherry, you love that? Oh no, Shelly, don't tell me that, because that's where I buy all of my round ones, is Hobby Lobby. That's too bad. I haven't bought any for a while, but I don't go in the store usually. I usually order online. Oh, Elitris, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming for your support. Ryan. I'm not painting naked, because it would just be too messy. I'm like one of those people that, I'm not a prude, okay? So let's just start by saying I am not a prude in any way, shape, or form. Probably could never be considered a prude, but I'm one of those people that has bad dreams if I sleep naked. And then I will dream that, bad things are happening, like I'm late to class and I can't find my schedule, or like I'm standing in front of class. I don't know why it equates to school, but I always get this I'm in class kind of thing, and it's just terrible. Okay, I'm gonna wipe out this cup just a little bit, not a good job, but I want to get some of this residual paint out of here. Brian, you trying to demonetize me? You're gonna get me to talk about stuff that I'm gonna get demonetized. Lori, do you hate clothes? That is hilarious. Chris. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. No, it's okay. I don't make that much money off YouTube. If I got demonetized for this video, then oh well, At least we had fun. Okay. I'm going to start the opposite way, and I'm going to put the cool colors in the center. and build to the warm colors this time, and we're gonna see how that works. So starting with the lightest color that I have, which would of course be white. And yellow. No, I saw a little. I hope that was just a bubble. Oh wait, do I want to do that? Yeah, I can do green. Green. And bright blue. This blue. And let's do, we definitely need like some kind of metallic in there in between, because the metallics help add the cells. And then the Prussian blue. Let's use this crazy iridescent. We didn't use this in the last one either. Look how pretty that is. Let's use a little bit of that too. I don't want it. It looks like it, because it has a black mica in it, it could go gray really easy, so I don't want to do too much of it without knowing how it reacts. I've never used that paint before. Hi Carrie, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so now do we have all of, let me look. I think we have all of the blues, maybe? I can't remember if I put that one in. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a little white layer as the isolation layer between the warm and the cool colors. And actually, I don't think I got quite enough in there. Okay. I love masterpiece canvases, honestly. I don't know where they're made, but I absolutely love those too. I wish I could use more of those. All right, so now we're gonna add the red. No, I don't want to add red. You know why? Because I don't want pink. But you know what color will look really good against that white? Is this nickel azel gold. That will look really pretty against that white. And then this Modern Masters orange, burnt orange is really pretty. And I think this is like an alizarin crimson color. I don't know, it was from like 2 weeks ago, and I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so now we've kind of gone through those, and now I'm going to go to the browns. And then the dark brown. And let's do bronze. And I think that's pretty much all the colors that we can possibly do. A little bit of black at the very end. And, you know, here's one of my little secrets if you're paying attention. I take my cloud mix that I use and I shoot it down in the center, and for those of you who missed that little gem, it's something I've been doing so for a long time. You guys are just having so much fun over there. Are we having fun together? I love these lives. Honestly, like sometimes it's the highlight of my whole week, I swear. Now this canvas might actually stick on here because there's so much paint from the last situation. You're welcome, Shelly. Elytris, my cloud mix is it's not mine, it's Melly D's, and it's 50% satin enamel white, 50% artist loft white, and a squirt of Liquitex pouring medium, and then I add water, a little bit of water, to get the right consistency. So, okay, here we go. So this is just the exact opposite of what we did the last time. You guys ready? Here we go. Wow. I'm regretting a few of my color choices in this moment. I just want y'all to know. I am in love with this right here. And I almost want to take a second cup and do more of that around the edge. That is so, so, so pretty. Wow. So what was that? That was all the blues with a white layer, and then I started, I don't even remember what I did. I know, for one thing, I do not like this. I can tell you I'm not going to like it, and it's going to be the focal point of the whole painting. So if you ever have something that you're like, I mean, I can tell you right now I'm not going to like this. You guys, if you look closer, it's like a weird flesh-colored pink in there, the yellow, and I love the outside. Like I said, I love this outside. This is gorgeous, but I don't like that. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna make a second cup of these outside color, of this outside, and it just bear with me while I be quiet for a second so I can remember kind of what I did. And I'm gonna try to recreate that on the outside again. So I don't even, oh wait, that was actually the, I'm already thinking of this wrong. That was the red part that I like here. Blue, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm overthinking this. This is what happens. Don't overthink it, Heather. Just do it. Don't overthink. This is not rocket science. Okay, so I'm gonna do red, orange, the nickel azo gold, the burnt sienna, gold, actual gold, burnt umber. And what else did I do? See, this is already like all disappearing right here. So I can definitely say, oh, bronze. Heck with it. I'm just gonna start layering enough in here to go around the center. Okay. So for those of you who missed it the last time, here's my secret technique that I've done on 1,000 videos. It's really secret. I shoot my cloud mix down the center. Man, there's parts of this that are so pretty, I just don't even want to lose them. But like that right there. Let's see. Okay, how could I save that if I really want to save that? How could I save that but cover this part up that I hate? I guess one way to do it would be Melanie Hudspeth, I'm so happy to see you. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to see you. I've been worried and wondering about you. So here's one way I could do it, and that is to put a what's this called? A flow extender around here. All right, here we go. Man, it's not going to work. I can tell you. I already know what's going to happen. So what's going to happen is if I take this cup and pour it in the center to cover up this ugly part, which is what I want to do, this yellow part is going to go out. And so then the yellow part's just going to be on the outside. No matter what I do at this point, because I'm trying to spin it, I'm not going to be able to get this off. Now, one thing I could absolutely do is I could do a flip cup right here and drag it over the part that I don't like, and then I could tilt. I could do a swipe over this part, but there's nothing I'm going to be able to do with the spinner that's going to cover this part up. It's going to all, think of everything from the center. The centrifugal force is going to pull it out to the edge. No matter what I do, this yellow is going to be there, and I just don't like it. No, Melanie, this is the same size as your painting. It's a 16-inch round. Can I pour around the yellow? Yeah, but no matter what I do, it's going to end up there. That yellow is going to end up being there. There's nothing, I don't like this whole section right here. So, and then yeah. Carrie says scrape, and I'm with you. I'm literally thinking I should scrape this part off. I really, really, really feel like I should. Or I should lose the spinner and just go ahead and do, I should just go ahead and, yeah, see? And then after a certain point, it's like, oh, is it really worth all this effort that I'm thinking about? But yeah, I mean, if you don't like something, what's the freaking point of keeping it on your pour? There's just no point in it. And I don't know if it's worth saving for that little bit. Man, I'm very torn right now. This is when, normally what I would do if I wasn't on the live, I would just walk away. I really would just walk away from this and I would come back with an answer that I felt was workable. Usually what happens when I do this is I get a bunch of hate mail or comments and people are like, oh, I loved it before you did that thing you did. And, oh well. Yeah. Now we'll see, like I might not even, like, what, it's a chance because I may not even end up being able to save that now. But at least I'm gonna try. And there's a possibility, a stronger possibility that it's going to come out. You can see I use a lot of pigments on I use a lot of paint in my pours. I think that's why they turn out so pretty. Because look, it just completely stained the canvas. So now I'm going to do this. Which is a lot of black, I know. But it's okay. I'm okay with it. Right? You have to be happy. Bye, Andrew. You know, I got rid of all of the blues now, I'm realizing too, so. Laura, as I explained earlier, I don't want to pour over the yellow spiral because if I'm using this spinner, which is what my intention was, no matter what I do, it's going to, it's that, the centrifugal force is going to move that yellow out into the pour. There's like nothing I'm going to be able to do to completely eliminate the yellow unless I just scrape it off if I'm using the spinner. So right now I still am going to use the spinner, but I just want to give this a good chance of going in the right direction. So I'm going to put all the weight for this towards the center and over here. Alright. Now this looks really weird, but you know, so I've had weirder paintings before that just looked really funky, and somehow, some way I was able to pull them off. And like I said, now I'm not even sure was it worth all that because I lost something, I lost a little bit of what I was wanting to save. Now I have this weird dog ear looking thing. It's actually quite organic looking though. So I'm not mad at that. That orange is really pretty. So now I'm gonna figure out, I'm gonna pull out the balloon. Let's just see, because I might be able to make these two marry. Michelle, you're so sweet. For those of you who have been here, this has been an interesting evening since the beginning. Yeah, and I have to say thank you so much for just hanging out with me while I do my crazy crazy stuff today because it seems like it's just been one of those days. Sometimes you get, you know, trying these things and following your instincts, sometimes you'll just get like the most interesting paintings. Moose Crazy, that was a, yeah, I really, and the other thing I did after that one was I did, with Arteza, I did a balloon roll video, step-by-step guide to balloon rolls or whatever. And I felt like that one was a really, really good tutorial for balloon rolls too. I showed them really slow and really close. And if you guys look at my older videos too, I do them a lot slower. So, whoops. That was not my favorite. You're welcome. Michelle, it's a live video. I've done a lot of live videos. One of my very first balloon roll. I think it says balloon roll tips and tricks, and it's a live. This is interesting. It's definitely fall. It definitely has like a very fall sort of feeling to it. And yeah, the balloon roll the blues into the orange Julie, I'm definitely gonna do that. So right now I'm just kind of trying to establish the outer seams, figure out the things that I want to keep, and oh, there's some of that red popping through there too. Bye, Brian. Thank you so much for coming. This one, I can tell you, this is going to be so pretty right here when it dries. I've just kind of learned to see I can kind of foresee the ones that are going to turn out really pretty. That one's going to be harder because I need to do it again, and it's definitely lost a little bit. It's going to, you know, because of the orange and the blues, it's going to get muddy very quickly. So Carrie, can you block people on... I guess you can. I guess you can block people on anywhere, pretty much, social media. I don't know why anyone would block you, Carrie. So, this is interesting. Wait, Ron, what are you saying? The what? The boob roll? I created that category tonight? When did this happen? Because I don't think I was here. I think this is an interesting piece, and I don't exactly know how it's all gonna work out. I can see as I'm doing the balloon rolls, what's happening here is there's still quite a bit of paint on the canvas, so they're shifting and changing as I'm doing them. I'm having to go back and do them again. But I can't wait to see right here how the metallics are playing together, and I'm getting those crazy molten lava cells right here, but they're so small. Anyway, this is an interesting little thing. I could continue to just sit here and play with this. What it really needs is a little bit of time. This painting needs to like just set up for like 15 or 20 minutes and then come back with more balloon rolls, and I think that that would give me an opportunity for a better result in the end. But I do like where this has gone. This is an interesting painting. I'm gonna try, I think I need one up here too. I don't want to ruin that red part. Maybe like that, just like some impressions of balloon rolls to draw that into the black. This is probably how I would hang it, you guys. If I was gonna hang it, I think I would hang it like this with the warm side to the left. That's a pretty composition right there. I like that. I could torch. I don't like the little tiny bubbles that sometimes torching makes these little pock marks, and I don't see a lot of, I don't really have any air bubbles in there. So this is interesting. You guys will have to stay tuned to see how this dries. Follow me on social media and I'll post this week. Instagram, Heather Mader Art, Facebook, Heather Mader Art. And you guys, I'll post the dried results there, and you can see how it all dries, and especially if I continue to work on it. Thank you so much for joining me today and every Friday 5 Live. Don't forget my auction, you guys, my auction, some really beautiful pieces coming up next week, Friday at 5, and they do tend to go for a little less, not a little, usually a lot less than what I sell in my store, but it's kind of a way for me to say thank you. An auction preview video has already been posted. If you missed it, I posted it yesterday. Yes, I posted it yesterday. So you can see some of the things that I already have up for sale, planned for the auction, and then you can see things. Oh, and then just remember that there'll always be a little surprise, because I tend to do that every single auction, as I pull in a few surprise pieces. And you know what, Julie, the koi thing, I swear to God, I get that same feeling with this painting, just like a very watery sort of look to it, and I definitely, but when I'm envisioning it this way, I'm definitely seeing some really pretty flowing motions of water, very yin and yang. It would be nice if I could show you this without all the stuff around it, because I think having a blank, I can just do this real quick just to give you guys a visual. I think just having a blank background for a second really will show you. It's really a pretty piece, and it's interesting, and it's unlike anything I've seen before, so it was worth it scraping that yellow off and just going with my gut and figuring out, what could I do to make this different and unique, and I'm really happy right now with the way it looks. Very wispy. It's pretty. And I really like how this turned out a lot. I'm really glad that I saved that favorite part, because I think it's worth it. Yeah, look at that. Right there. Oh my gosh. You just cannot be mad at that. So, see you next Friday, everybody. Thanks for coming. Stay safe. Be well. Thank you to my moderators who do a great job, and every one of you joining me. Take care. Much love.